Hello, we talked about the AI strategy and governance in the last video, and now we are going to talk about uh, how do we get the strategy implemented. And we are going to talk about 5 broad topics. What are the strategies? What are the deployment strategies? Because finally, the AI systems has to be deployed in scale, in production, in your enterprise network. And how do you set up a governance office, which we talked about? And what is this AI Center of Excellence? How do you establish it? And how do we get the most difficult problem of pipeline of use cases? And then very, very important risk management office. How do you set it up? We just wanted to quickly cover what would be the objectives of the CEO and the CXOs of the enterprise that they need to deploy the AI technology solutions into production secured on scale. It should not be a proof of concept. It should not be a pilot ahead of the competition. And with clear metrics for business impact. It is not for, oh, I used ChatGPT, I used OpenAI, I got AI agent, doesn't matter. What's the business impact? And absolutely protect your data, your employees' data, your vendors' data, your customers' data. And basic fairness, unbiasedness, and transparent to customers, business partners like vendors, suppliers, and employees. And every applicable government law should be complied with, whether it's a EU AI Act, whether it is a presidential declaration in US, there are data protection and AI laws in India, and what is your kind of company's policies on AI. And there are a few more people because there are a lot of talk about how expensive GPUs and how massive amounts of power is getting used for every kind of question you ask to ChatGPT, etc. And so a lot of CXOs have started talking about what is the carbon footprint. So what is the net carbon footprint, which will help them in their overall carbon footprint objectives. And we strongly recommend that in the initial years, because it's a brand new technology, that CEO himself or herself lead this by, by spending sufficient amount of time. Head a steering committee with all the key players from the business, finance, legal, IT infrastructure, and all the business parts, and responsible for all the AI initiatives. And we also recommend that there is a chief AI officer who will be reporting into the CEO should be there. He should be the one to actually get the company into it, and then once it matures, hand it over to the CIO's organization. And the steering committee will review the use cases and the business benefits, and then give approval for pilots and production rollouts. And of course, manage change management. The whole company needs to change. They have to start accepting the new solutions. And so they should be driving a change management program across the enterprise in various geographies and with all their vendors, suppliers, and the customer communication, employee communication, etc. And do monthly reviews and quarterly reviews the quarterly reviews almost like a half a day, and a monthly reviews of at least an hour, hour and a half. And with all the people to keep the focus going on. And the COE means that first thing you need is we don't want individual teams doing their own ways and liking and disliking of individual people and coming out with hodgepodge of tools. So you look at your current IT infrastructure, what are your partners? Is it Microsoft? Is it Google? Who is your cloud partner? Who is your enterprise solution partner? And then decide on the infrastructure you need and all the hardware, software, the cloud. And the point about security clearance, are these tools security cleared by your CISO? Because if your enterprise is security cleared for Microsoft Cloud, there is no point in you coming out and going through another certification process for AWS or Google GCP. So security cleared IT environment, hardware, software tools, and is available in a single way. So all the COE projects can work on it. And what I call a data factory, set of experts who can clean various types of data, multimodal data, and wherever data labeling is required, where you have to go to the legacy AI with learning systems. And so you need to be looking at it and all the data anonymization, data encryption, etc. for key fields which you don't want anyone else to know. And then a set of technical people who can develop the Gen AI agents and the model build and test factory. And who will be there? Can I take only internal people? Can I take only external people? I mean, we always believe a mix of internal, external. There are a lot of internal IT staff who have shown inclination, interest, and it is unfair that we bring in only team from outside. But at the same time, that you also need some new blood into this. So it's a mix of internal and new hires, and of course some kind of contractors. And then define the whole process of the AI. You have a DevSecOps process. How do I make it AI DevSecOps process? And then get the process implemented, defined, and then everyone trained. And how are we going to, what is the success review of pilot? What is the production review checklist? And the whole use case funnel process. So this is the fundamental kind of platform required to get the AI projects moving. And the number one output coming out of the AI COE is going to be a use case funnel. Let people throw all their ideas, all the problems, the business people, guy from factory, the vendors who have been interacting with us, somebody at the warehouse, the foreman in the factory, it doesn't matter. Or a person at a retail store. So let them give their idea, what if, and I have this problem, if only this problem could be fixed, then my productivity could be doubled. So get all the master list and then come out with a kind of process for putting it through funnel. What data is available? And just don't ask, you will get only the ERP data. If you go to a call center and say what data is available, they will not even think about the audio data which is saved in the archive. And so you have to go there and deeply do research and find out where is the audio data. Yeah, that is lying there, that we use it only for law because we are forced to keep it for 5 years. After that, we delete that data and say, oh, good, at least give me for the last 3 years. So, and same thing about CCTV cameras in the factories. People say, I don't use it. Only when there is a theft, we open it up and see. Otherwise, tapes are there. So you have to go and ask around and say where other cases with inexpensive cameras and other IoT technology, what data could be captured but not captured today, but not very difficult to deploy and capture. And basically come back with a business plan saying I can solve this problem with this data, and this is the kind of cost, this is the kind of business benefit, and go for a pilot deployment approval, and then you get the budget and then deploy pilot. And so it goes like that. So this is a very elaborate process. And right from the beginning, don't take it and saying that I'll do it later. Because as the use case funnel is happening, the CO is set up, you need to make sure that you are compliant, because you can't wait till you spend all the money, get ready for production, and then a risk officer comes and says, I will not allow you to go to production. And the CEO has to listen to the risk officer because it's a basically brand issue. So appoint a CA risk officer. We recommend same level as CISO, so that when the CISO says something about an IT infrastructure, IT hardware, software, network, and then people listen. And the same way. And what are the laws? And so a list of all laws which we have to follow and get everybody's concurrent. No one should question. No, we are operating only in 2 European countries, is not required. So let's put everything on the table, get it discussed on a monthly meeting or a quarterly steer committee, and then get everyone buy-in for it, saying, yeah, we have to do this. And as a corporate, do we have an ethical principle, or we just do the minimum required by the government? Maybe some corporations may want to go and add additional kind of items and set up a process to sign off on every AI project before it goes to production. And so these are the steps, and once you do them, I think you are ready to start rolling out. And thank you for watching.